Hello, this is Vulturefire, and it's time for another Fresh Start series. So we are now on version 6130. So this is the third of these I have done, but once again we have had enough things change since the last series that it feels worthwhile to record it again. So the overall idea behind this series is that I am going to be playing through a run with each character. I'm going to be going through all the characters in the game. I'm starting with a completely new save, and my goal is to get a depth 3 win with each character without buying any packs. So I can buy forge upgrades, I can use cards that I get on leveling up the character, but I can only take cards that are in the default card pool and character cards. The reason I'm doing this is because, of course, the rate at which you unlock cards, although there is now a tier system in this update so that players will kind of see similar cards in a similar-ish order. I want to sort of demonstrate that it is possible to play through the game without needing to unlock specific overpowered cards, without needing to have everything fully upgraded, without needing level 10 characters, and so on. So with that out of the way, let's get started. So this video is probably going to contain 2 runs. One of them is the depth 1 run with Rowden that you just start with, and the second is going to be a depth 2 run with Rowden so that we can get access to depth 3. And then later videos in the series will of course be trying to get all of that done, trying to get depth 3 wins with each character. So we have the tutorial because this is a fresh save. The only thing I've done on this save so far is turn down the volume. It doesn't matter a ton where we start, and we can, because of how the game is set up, for the very, very first save, you will always see the same. You will always get the same amount of XP, regardless of platform, which is exactly 500, which gets you to level 2. I think we do that. Does this kill you? It does not. Probably a mistake to not do whatever. Let's turn on fast mode. I want to kill you because that's more damage. And we only need to find one of the pierces to finish this off. Or the magic blast. Feels weird not getting that heal at end of fight. Corrupted blast is pretty good for letting us finish off enemies. Or set them up for more damage. One of the changes that happened to this patch is that every character got a new starting deck. So this is Rowden's, I think, changed kind of the least. One of the notes here is we have Mend now. May as well heal even though it doesn't do that much for us. Bonk. And Arcane Aegis is very good. I don't even know why I'm bothering with taking elite fights. They do not help us. We don't need to play the block. Probably cut the block after this, if we get offered the option. There we go. Pierce is pretty bad when you're winning quickly. I think we'll just take could take the conductive ult, but I think we need the weary concentration. Yeah, I think the block can go, and probably the mid will go after the mid boss fight, because I don't think we're going to need it. Go right. Sure. I should be explaining things as I go through because this is kind of intended to be also a series for newer players to watch to get the hang of what's going on. Although I imagine if you have played... I'm kind of assuming that you have played some Breach Wanderers if you're watching this. I don't know how many people are watching this from the beginning. Usually people will, I think, skip to episodes where I'm doing depth 3 runs. So one of the things to note there, I did get 15 damage on that detonation because if the target is frozen, you get 5 extra damage. If the target is shocked, you get another 5 damage on your arcane detonations. Up to, so that's 20 if you have they're shocked and, I keep just misclicking button. If they're both shocked and frozen. And then that is all doubled if they have arcane arcane weakness, which means that you can get up to like 40 damage without using items on your arcane detonations. Frenzied Flex is pretty good. I am happy to have that. That's okay. It's not amazing, but it's okay. Upgrade that. I think we cut one of the Pierces. The Pierces are pretty questionable. We're winning fast enough that it doesn't matter. And then after this run, we will be level 2, and we will be able to customize our starting deck, but not our card pool yet. How much damage is that? 15? Is that better than... No, I don't think it is. I think you guys are the priority to kill first, and we can go ahead and do this, which will set them up to burn, which will get us some damage out. Okay. If you're going to die to burn damage, you can go ahead and do that actually. Just go ahead and use it. Bonk. Bonk. And moving on. Shatter is kind of bugged right this moment. It's still okay actually for this run. So this is pretty good. Boop. This doesn't actually do anything for us, but bonk. So we do this. You are now dead because you're going to burn out. And now we just have the other one to deal with. Let's see. Interesting. Shatter's just completely bugged. Okay, well, like I said, this version is still a beta version. I knew Shatter had some bugs. I thought that it at least sometimes worked, but the answer seems to be that it does not ever work. So we will cut that and not use it in later runs. Meditate's pretty nice because it gives us access to Adept. Adept lets us apply more status. That's actually not a bad upgrade. Is this still a good just chunk 'em upgrade? Yeah, that's okay. This goes to slightly bigger numbers. Just thinking through what exactly would be our best pick. I think we just upgrade the Corrupted Blast because it's some AoE damage. I don't think it's a huge deal. We're just gonna, we only have a couple more fights anyway. Bonk. Oh, hey. We can finish off with this. And you burn to death. And we can take Toughen, but yeah, the Mighty's actually okay. That's okay. Just go event. Get the free upgrade. We upgrade probably one of our mana cards at this point. So that still go to like 8 mana. Absolutely. We don't have any card draw anyway. Go in and risk it. Upgrade a spell. Upgrade the Magic Blast so it just does even more damage. Gain even more power. This should be a fairly quick fight. How much damage I can do? 17. That's not enough. Finish you off. And I think just go ahead and kill you. I should have used this. No reason not to. Yeah, that's still just not enough damage. Oh, right. I forgot that thing, that we were weak, so we weren't going to get the full 15 we needed, and this is technically a boss. So this is going to be a lot of damage. But not enough. So we are going to take a little bit of damage here. That's fine. We have them in the deck, so we ideally want to find damage here so that we can try and finish you off. No luck on getting those crits. There we go. And now we take a little bit of damage. Hopefully we draw into our Mend. Alright, there's a little bit of healing at least. We could have kept the fight going for another turn, but I don't think it's worth drawing it out. Introspection is pretty good. Just give us a way to draw some cards. May as well use our rest. We can get extra max health because we have we have 2 heal cards in our deck. And here we go. And we have exactly enough mana to play everything in the hand. And I like the idea of just finishing one of them off. Alright. I think we draw first. Play Vulnerable. And try and kill you. No luck. Okay, let's see. The tough is... why is... Oh, because the vulnerable is counteracting the tough. Yeah, this is still... Well, it's going to kill the front one at least, which might be worth it. And then we take... Yeah, that seems okay. We do take some damage because we are now... whatever. But... Adept up, which means that this will work. Then freeze you. And we should be good to go to finish off the fight, hopefully this turn. And yeah. Win boss fights with... That's actually a very good quest. I don't know if that's guaranteed to be your quest to begin with. So yeah, we've now unlocked depth 2. Our maximum pool size has increased. And we can now access... We now change our starting deck. So we have level 2. So we unlock Frost Nova and Biting Cold. And Flash Freeze. We can't actually use the silver and gold card until we hit level 3. So we're not opening any packs because that's the point of the series. Which also means that, like, this is pretty useless to us. I will be buying stuff from here though, because I think that's worth it. And I think I'm going to start with Arcane Connectivity because I think that is very, very valuable. Oh, I am also getting resources at the PC rate. On mobile, if you haven't bought any of the packs that up your rates, because on PC, you buy it once, you have the game, so the rates are higher as opposed to mobile where it's free to play, and then you buy packs to get up to that rate of a resource gain. So, yeah. Give me a moment. Okay, so as usual, I'm going to probably just cut the entire starting deck, and then we'll see what we can do. So we have a relatively small number of cards to work with here. We have, 10 per page, so that's 10, 20, 30, 31 cards. So we are going to start with Chilling Focuses, I think. At least one focus and one mana shield. This is okay, but I don't think we want it. I think we want the Meditate, because it's just very good. We want, I think, an Infuse. And then part of the question is, like, how are we doing damage? It's kind of two questions here. How are we staying alive and how are we doing damage? And I think we may actually end up going to a second mana shield here. I think we take the Heroic Vigor, which is going to give us more healing. I think we are going to... Scatterbeam is okay. Feeling damage. I like this as our... Well, we have Heroic Vigor, which is actually going to cover the heals for us. We could just take 2 Magic Blasts as our damage. Could take this, which works okay with the Heroic Vigor, because the Heroic Vigor gives us Mighty and Tough. Just trying to think through what all of our options are. We kind of want access to some... I think we want an Ice Blast. And I think I do like having a heavy stand, although I don't know that we can afford it. But we are Rowden, so we probably can. Take that. Take that! Fiend. We could take Combat Ready, but I don't think we need it. And we could just take like an Introspection as our last card, or a Treasure Hunt. Actually, we probably need another way to deal damage, aside from the Infuse and the Ice Blast. I do kind of want the Electrocute. We should go up the Electrocute, go down one of the Mana Shields. We should go down one of the Chilling Focuses. I don't know how valuable they are for us right now. And then take just a Magic Blast. So we are relatively low on actual ways to freeze, but we are... we have a lot of options for staying alive and other useful such things. Okay. So, that's that. We have our deck ready to roll. So we now have this map, which is new to this update. Right now we have a new area, we have the Battered Ramparts, and we have the Aether Plains. So for Rowden, I think there are enough things at the Mushroom Forest that I want, although right now I only have extra mana and nothing else, so it doesn't matter a ton. So we're going to do the Battered Ramparts because it's different. We are fighting Emerald Dragon, and we do have a weather effect here, which is Scorching Winds, which makes burn cards somewhat valuable. Okay, so this drops something we really want, so that's going to be what we're going to path towards. And you're dead. exactly as we planned. Oh, right. This is actually bugged right now. I forgot. It'll just give us a bunch of tough, but it won't give us any healing, which, you know, kind of a problem with that being one of our plans. But I think we should be able to make it through. But it's really not worth playing at that point for the tough. Actually, it is, because it just gets us to our focus. But yeah, this is going to be a fairly slow start because we have relatively low damage output. Although I guess our last run was also fairly slow. We don't have any strikes yet. I think we just want... Cleansing Shield is very good to have just on hand. And then we're going to go here. Okay, so that's not one of the new events. There are now Battering Ramparts events, which is we've put in like this beta patch. So I haven't seen most of them yet. I think we just take out you, because I think you do more scaling. I think the front ones do more scaling. And we can get very tough. Let's think. We want to do this so we can finish you off. And we can get this out. More damage. We are slowly chipping our way through. We have this critical from that event buff, which is actually pretty useful, because that was how we were able to get those kills. Mind Blast would be more useful if we had more access to... I think our mana has been kind of sketchy. But Mind Blast would be more useful if we had more access to growth. We had Route on level 4, but we don't yet. You are way more dangerous because Frost threatens to steal our turns if it decides to be a real jerk. Oh, and these are the upgrade, the advanced gargoyles, so they get to do stuff. I think we do that. Did we get mighty though? I think so. And now I think we go ahead and pop you. And we can get more shield, but we don't really have a reason to. Alright. We can become mighty, which is always a decent thing to be. Gives us some extra damage, basically. Go ahead and kill you off. Keep getting more growth. And mana boost. So now we now get like 7 mana a turn. Pop. And there we go. Again, if we had strikes, but we don't. This is pretty good, but I think we need the Mind Seed for the extra growth right now. Starting Adept is nice. Is there anything we have that we aren't super thrilled with? I think we're kind of happy with where we're at right now on cards, which tends to be the case a lot of the times when you kind of have control of your starting deck. Okay, we can freeze to stop the summon from happening this turn, which is nice. Although I think, yeah, it's going to try and summon again this turn because we blocked it last turn. But it's on, we're on depth 2. Oh, it does summon a Canum. On depth 1, it only summons a Binta. Canum. This thing is a jerk. I think we want to try and focus on killing this because we can. Because there's a chance, although it's relatively small, that we'll be able to kill this before it can summon out the other thing. Looks like that is not going to happen. Well, in that case, I'll just do this. So I think this is a Binta that comes out. Yeah. Bintas. They're small. They're annoying. That's not going to work on you anyway. So Yeah, we'll work on killing things. Nah. Rude. Being a relatively low damage deck isn't really the best place to be against this particular fight. But so if you see the damage on the cannon changing, it's because it has a permanent rank of Predator, which means it deals more damage for each debuff we have. Debuffs have red numbers on them. Let's see. Is that going to kill you? Yes. Oh, we already had Adept, but... Oh, that didn't get us to the detonation that I was hoping for. We're now further afflicted. Get damage out, although never as much damage as we want. Partially because we have... oh, I keep forgetting about various buffs and debuffs. In this case, it was the tough. Because we were weak, which I had accounted for because we have Adept, but it had... Anyway. I think we do this. Because if we can stop you from providing more buffs, that would be nice. Yeah, we are a very slow duck. Which would be fine if we had scaling, but we don't. So kind of our priority here is to find some way to take advantage of that, of our longer fights. This is not... Oh, yeah, no, that's not going to be a detonation. Largely because of the weak. I guess you may have to just die because you are a serious pain in the butt. Although, yeah, that's just really rude. Because even with our cleansing shield, we're not able to get out from under stuff. Alright, so I believe we should now be able to kill the Swarm Manipulator if we can get... I think we got right? Yeah, Swarm Manipulator. If we can get that, may as well get Mighty out. Okay. But we have plenty of shield, obviously, which is one of the nice things about the deck that I put together, is that for all that we take forever to actually get kills, or at least not super under threat. Although we're more under threat than I would like. Largely because of all these debuffs that keep coming out. Cleansing shield is just not enough. Although we're not weak anymore. And that's something. Oh, I didn't get that out for the tough. We have 12 ranks of tough, so I don't think it matters. We are weak again now. Does a decent amount of damage. Oh, and you have lifesteal. Just to make things more fun. Yeah, and also the leech heals back. Should have gotten Mighty out, but we'll get there. It's a process. We at least got rid of our vulnerable, which reduces the amount of damage that we take from you. Although, okay, and we got rid of the Predator. So we are now one Magic Blast away from getting the kill, and that will actually get us there. Okay, so we didn't take any damage, which is what matters. Singularity. That's a way to kill things. Probably should upgrade it. I also kind of want to upgrade the Infuse. May upgrade the Magic Blast. So many options. This goes to Cleanse 2 now. We're fighting this one. I think we want Magic Blast Plus because I think that'll let us one-shot Bentas, and I think that's important going into Benta Hell. And I think we are good to go. We do need to find some card draw. This could also be a fight that gets us some good stuff. Okay. This has a 50%. So let me think. 33 plus 13 is 46. 33. So this doesn't quite kill you, but it gets us pretty close. Yeah. And we had a 50% chance to get the kill, which I think was worth it, trying to risk. We do take damage here, which is unfortunate. But we can finish you off, which I think is going to help us a lot. Although we are taking a reasonable amount of damage here. And unfortunately, as I said, one of our things here is not actually... Yeah, this is not actually healing 4. That is a dirty lie. Okay, we didn't quite get that kill. Okay, so we're just taking a lot of damage here. That's not lethal. So we just go ahead and get the kill. Okay. I probably could have avoided taking damage if I wasn't dead set on taking down the cannon turn 1. But the cannon scares me with what it can do if we leave it alive, so. So our big problem going forward is probably going to be evade enemies. This is not the one we were looking for. Although it opens up some options. We'll take it. I don't know that we're going to get... I wanted the other card that it drops. I may actually cut this. It's really bad for us right now. Yeah, I don't think we actually want that. I didn't want any of the other cards that were offered either, though, because they're just bugged right now. You're annoying. You're the one we're going to focus on killing. So if we can get this off, but we can't right now. We can use this. I don't think we're actually going to use it right now. I just wanted to get the healing before we got frailed. And the reason we took more damage than that listed is because of the vulnerable. Okay. Yeah, we're taking damage again. We need another shield card for fights like this. You at least stop being weak. Okay. Yeah, we're bleeding, which I kind of was afraid was going to happen. So the nice thing here is this thing will spawn things when it dies, unless we singularity it and one-shot it, and then it doesn't get a chance. This seems bad. This seems okay. Let's see. I think we focus on you. Just because I want to kill one of the little ones. Because if we can get a kill, we're just in better shape. Let's heal. Draw like one card. It's actually a very good card to have gotten. And we can throw a shock on you because you're the one that we're going to need the most damage to kill. And yeah, so these guys now have evasion, which is a pain in the butt. But we can just delete you. And now we don't take any damage. And we're going to infuse you to death, I think is the plan. Okay. Although it would have helped if we had drawn into the infuse before those things were able to get more shield up. We can shock you though, which has some value. And we can singularity you out of existence. Please don't be giving up. Okay, cool. Though we didn't actually end up taking damage there, there was just a chance we would based on how things had shaken out. This will kill you. This won't kill you, but it will freeze you and you would up one of your evasion stacks. Although I probably should have just gone for the... Imagine we were actually getting healing out of our card that claims it heals. That'd be pretty cool. Okay. There we go. Do we need another meditate? I don't think we do. I think we just take this, even though it's mostly bad, and we just cut it later. And let's see if we can get through this. So, this fight is been to hell. As in, we have been to hell. And so the reason this fight has been to hell is because we are just going to have to deal with summons coming out every single turn for basically the duration of the fight. And so the reason I upgraded the whatever thing is so that I could one-shot them. I think we will put the shock on you. It does mean that we don't get to Ice Blast, but I think that's fine. Unfortunately, you're putting out shield on all of your friends. Oh no, just on you. Okay. Is this going to be lethal? No. But... No, I don't think we can afford to point at you. Well, can we afford not to point at you? I think we can for now. We are unfortunately taking a little bit of damage here. But the problem is, like, when this loses shield, it summons some Bintas and it gets it gains like a bunch of powerful. I don't remember exactly how much, but it is a decent amount if I recall correctly. But yes, just gonna keep summoning every single turn. And also gaining more powerful, which is obviously also a problem. We can infuse off the powerful, which helps, but it's not perfect. Shall electrocute and our whatever, so that's fine. I don't know if I haven't been paying enough attention. Did we get mighty? And it just, anyway. Yeah, I think we just do that. Because it's not attacking this turn. But yeah, it gets a bunch of powerful. We now at least have a chance of killing it. And it can't actually summon this turn because the spots were full. It's very unfortunate. Okay, yeah, we may just die here. I underestimated how bad this was going to be. Yeah, that's gross. You're dead at least. And you guys are weak. And we actually ran out of tough, which is a lot of our problem. But... okay. That was brutal. But... we're going to get there. Been to hell defeated. I don't think we need either of those. That's okay, but not amazing. I think Twinning Ritual is pretty good, potentially. And then our upgrade, I think, is the Infuse. Because we're just kind of reliant on it right now. I don't know that we cut anything, though. I think we keep moving. We definitely have to use the rest. I think we just heal. So, these guys are really, really annoying. We have a really tough time with them. But if we can get good cards from the Smoldering Winds fights, I don't know that we can afford to take Smoldering Winds fights. I don't think we can afford to take a Smoldering Winds mini boss or mid boss fight because it destroys. It removes our cards the first card we play each turn, which means that it will just eat our entire deck and we will die. So we're just gonna start here. Oh no. So we want to freeze you. Doing this largely just so that I can get that off. So we froze that one so it couldn't get any more evasions out. We would really like a Gathering Bolt from this fight. So. Do we get the kill or do we, I think we shield. I don't think there's any reason to take damage here. But yeah, we wanted to prevent more evasions from getting set up if we could. And we could, so we did. We are going to take a detonation here. So I think we kill you and do that. And now we get detonated by you, which is rude, but it's not the end of the world. Yeah, we need better defense. I was counting on our card pool to deliver us some defense, and it just kind of hasn't. So we may actually lose this run. Alright, weak. We can cleanse off one of the burn. Right, and there we at least have all of the evasion ranks gone, although more evasion is getting set up this turn if we don't get the kill. Right, we get Mighty for next turn. So Infuse is kind of what we need back, although we just played our Infuse, I'm pretty sure. My memory is terrible, so I could be wrong. That just gets evaded. Boom. Mind Shield, I guess. That's the shield card that we're kind of looking for. Alright, we heal and continue. I think we go through these two into there. Because like I said, I don't think we can take these Scorching Winds fights. I think they're too much of a problem. So by doing that, we get the extra mana from this, which seems good. And this will just kill you outright, which is going to drop your damage because that means that there's now one less pack member for the pack tactics to get value from. Okay, I think we have to play this. As much as I really want to get this off, I think this and this off, I think we have to play. We can play one of these, I think. All right. Yeah, because I really want to be able to get out both of that. Both of that. That's how words work. All right. We can do this. And this lets us do 2 Magic Blasts. I think we would take the card from this fight that gives us heals. Just because that's kind of where we're at right now. Alright, fortunately this fight cannot set up evasion, I think. I lied. There's the 1 evasion. I appreciate that I said that like right as it was going up. Although, we don't need the evasion. That's not going to be lethal, but it is going to do a pretty good amount of damage. And this one's much less dangerous on its own. Like it's not completely harmless, but it's pretty close to being harmless. As close to being harmless as any of these things get. Bonk. And then we need... there we go. That is not really the thing I was looking for, although it is pretty good going into... Yeah, I like this going into Emerald. And that could be good. Moving on. And hopefully we'll get the other card from this one. Go ahead and shock you. So one of the things is like Rowden's level 4 passive is that every time we do a status effect on an enemy, we gain whatever. We gain growth. And so that's kind of why I say that not having that is unfortunate. Or not having that is like why our growth stuff is so much weaker. So you're now doing a lot less damage because we took away some of those stacks of whatever, although we do still take damage there. Now seems like a good time to use this probably. Maybe like 1. Okay, that's actually pretty good. And we can even freeze you out to get even more stuff, even more value. And now, okay. The reason I did it in that order is like if we could have gotten the crit, I would have been fine with that sequencing. Okay, so we do have this evasion from the Predator's Instinct, which helps. Alright. I should have gotten the Meditate out probably for the extra mana, because we would like the ability to afford whatever that one thing is. A Singularity. You can get 100 damage Singularity out. Bonk. Problem solved. Yeah, this, because it just gives us some healing, which is nice. Although I don't know that it matters that much. I'm so used to the other version of this fight. Where we just get, where this is turn 1. I'm used to the depth 3 version where this is always turn 1 and then we just have to deal with it. But we can prevent that. And because we got that critical, we were able to get the whatever out. We take away 2 of your ranks of things. And we're evading most of these hits too, which is nice. Okay, so now we get, now rude things happen. That does heal us a little bit. Which critically means that we don't get Arcane detonated this turn. And we can now cleanse off that Arcane weakness, potentially, if we get lucky. Looks like we are not going to have that kind of luck. But we can kind of afford to do this. There we go. Because we now have a way to heal, so that is less of a deal. Don't do that. So we detonate and we lose one of our growth stacks, which is annoying, but we don't actually take the super damage. Oh, this must just be a random rotation. We can do this detonation, or we can do, I think we just do that and that. And now, unfortunately, we do get another arcane weakness, which is annoying, but not the end of the world. We could do this. I think just getting this out is more important, because it helps us bring this fight to a close. What are you doing? You fool. 27 minus 9 is 18. That is not a low enough number. We get more tough, which means that we take less damage, although we are still taking some damage here. That's not good enough. And we can cleanse off things. Oh, that's a problem. Okay, that's actually very merciful that it decided not to actually do anything to us on the turn we were frozen. That's not really where we want to be. We are going to take a decent amount of damage from this detonation, but not if we win. Okay, so we lost like 2 recoverable health there. This is fine, I guess. Actually, I don't know that we actually get that much value out of that one. I think we take the... Do we take the Blizzard and upgrade it? Take the Singularity? We take the other Singularity and we were just like all in on this very, very mana intensive plan. And at that point we were definitely upgrading this to give us 6 growth. And as far as cuts go, the Mind Blast has been kind of underwhelming if I'm being honest. Do we have to fight more Drakes? Yes, maybe. Maybe. If we go left we may not have to fight Drakes. Actually, I'm pretty sure we don't. Because I don't think any of these nodes are Drakes with are Drakes with nodes. At which point I think the Mind Blast is kind of underwhelming. Alright. All right. So one note here is that we can't actually, there's no way we can actually copy this, but this will just dumpster you. This actually works out pretty nicely. Whomp. And I could have played the hunting trance, but I didn't think it was worth it. That could have been a mistake. We definitely want to do this because that'll take away the critical. And then this is worth more than the amount we lose from the bleed. We definitely do need more mana cards because we're taking way too much damage here. Or we're having way too many turns where we don't have enough mana. Although I say that, we really need more card draws so that we can hopefully fix this issue where we will have turns where we don't have any way to where we have all mana interspersed with turns where we have too much mana. I think we still take the cornered focus. And this fight could be a problem, but hopefully it won't be. We take the extra tough. Nothing we can do about this overcharge here, which does mean we will get shocked. Oh, you guys do have the ability to do that. I was really hoping that was just not a thing you had on this difficulty. So we're not taking as much damage as it looks like, but we are taking a lot of damage. Okay, that's actually kind of very useful to us, because that means that we can get that out. I think we are going to go ahead and get this heal out. So we take 14, but then we are no longer shocked, although we are about to get shocked again because you're a jerk. And then this is a pain in the butt. I think we just do that and that, and then we end the turn. Yeah. Because then we explode, and then we explode again. That's rough. Oof. What a miserable turn cycle. Okay. But we're not actually shocked. So there is a 50% chance that this will just immediately kill you. No luck. Fortunately, we don't take any damage here because we have that evasion. You need to die. Alright. God, the friggin' arcane... The Arcane League 3 is just so miserable. I can at least pop you out of existence. Okay. Let me pop you out of existence. We're getting there. And then that guarantees us this kill. Okay. The Mystic Ritual is, I think, safe to take. I think we just need the mana at this point, though. You know, that mana is a little bit sketchy. We should probably go ahead and rest going into this next one, just to be safe. Because, yeah, it's going to be another one of these. And we took damage the last time we did one of these, and there's a decent chance we're going to take damage this time we do one of these. So, I think we are just going to draw all of our cards here. Okay. At that point, we're going to take some damage. Alright. Take away your critical. We get to evade both these hits. I shouldn't have bothered with taking away the critical because we were evading both those hits, but minor details. This has a 50-50 chance of just killing you outright, which I have learned not to trust, but we'll try it. Please? Hey, we got him. We evade one of those hits. Alright. There we go. And we take a bunch of damage. But we also get that kill. So hopefully the last event won't be a fight, and we can just go into this boss fight with a decent amount of value. This doesn't do anything for us, we're just going to discard that. Yeah, we'll take that at max mana, max health, that's fine. And we'll take a temporary buff, so we go in with tough. Okay, I feel okay about this. The singularities are pretty good against this specific fight. And this is also pretty good, so between those two things. Okay. We can actually do that twice. Bonk. That's a pretty good amount of damage. My cat is making some distressing noises. I will have to go check on that after this fight. I think we are not going to Magic Blast this turn. We're just going to set it for the next singularity. There's nothing we can do about that overcharge. You are going to take a bunch of damage this turn, which is very rude, I would say. We wouldn't, of course, do anything rude. Alright. You play weak. Already are tough, so. Please give us, thank you, those shields. And we can play this, which is fine. And 50% chance, and we get there. Okay, so we now have depth 3 unlocked. That went not as well as I would have liked, but well enough. We are now level 3, we can add the card pool, which I think is going to be very useful to us. So, last things for the episode. I think we do want to restore health every fight. I think we want the OC enemy composition fights. And I think we want starting rest. Okay. And that's that for now. I will see you for the next video. Toodles.